Hello, hockey fans, and welcome to tonight's game. Tonight we are hosting the Eastern Washington Eagles against the Utah Valley Wolverines. Currently, these teams have both played once this season, with the Eagles taking an 8-2 win back in their hometown of Washington. We currently have Utah Valley bringing out their starting lineup of Preston Ludlow at number 7, Jake Hornberger of number 14, Jack Wyuchar at number 17, Tristan Nelson, number 14, Tyler Osborne, number 16. And in between the pipes tonight is Devin Bain, number 32. Devin Bain has played every game of this week's 4-game weekend and has been playing admirably. Looking at our starting lineup for the Eagles, it appears that we will have number 23, Trenton Wells, number 22, Ryan Caro, number 11, Cole Best, number 14, Isaac Hood, and number 18, Peyton Lund. In between the pipes, we have number 31, Samuel Brash. Should be a good game tonight. We have quite a good contest. When these teams met 3 months ago, Eastern Washington gave a good victory over the Utah Valley Wolverines. But with the home ice advantage being to the Wolverines and their development over the last couple months, we should have a much more interesting game underway this time. It's picked up by number 16, Tyler Osborne. He gives it to Ludlow and gets hung up against the boards. Passes it back behind the net to Nelson, who gives it up, passes it up, and gets caught back by Eastern Washington. It's picked up, handed off to Ludlow, loses it up against the boards. Eastern Washington picks it up, 23 gives it to 18. And it's lost over the boards into the Eastern Washington bench. We'll take the face-off in the corner of the Eastern Washington zone. Face-off won by UVU. Pass is given up to number 16, Osborne. And it's picked up by Eastern Washington. Eastern Washington, ooh, big hit by number 21, Morrow. Little shot into the corner. Morrow comes in fast, but can't pick it up. Eastern Washington trying to break it out. Another big hit by number 8 on Washington's side. Morrow fighting for it in the corner. It's picked up. Oh, another big hit. And we have a player down. He's not getting up. Everyone seems to be fine, just a little bit of a bruised ego, it seems. Making our way to the bench, and we'll take this face-off outside of the Wolverine zone. Face-off won by Washington, dumps it into the UVU zone. Stopped behind the net by Devin Bain. Bain passes it up to number 23. And it's hung up by Eastern Washington. UVU trying to break it out now. And it looks like an offsides. UVU picks it up, trying to find a way to cycle it out. Pass up to number 5, Dawson Scoville. He takes it across the blue line, and he's held up by Eastern Washington. Number 4 to number 3. Kicks it back to 4, across to 22. Eastern Washington gets it out of their zone and loses it. Picked up by Dawson Scoville deep in the UVU zone. He carries it up, looking for a pass. Oh, and it's lost into the crowd. So far, not much to tell on either side of this game. Neither team have been able to make a shot, and so far, not much to report. Both teams seem to be playing fairly even-handedly. Eastern Washington with the first number of shots, and Devin Bain's there to make the save. Face off to UVU. Stump behind the net. Eastern Washington keeps it in and puts it back into the corner. Picked up by number 14, Nelson. And he carries it out. Passes up to Fosmo. Fosmo loses it into the corner. And we have a shot by UVU. Scramble in front of the net. Saved. UVU wins the face-off, but is picked up by Eastern Washington. They carry it in with a 2-on-2. He wraps it around, tries to get it out front, but his guy can't get there. Eastern Washington keeps it in. Another shot, deflected off of the defenseman. And UVU dumps the puck, trying to get a line change. Icing is called, and we'll take it back to the UVU zone. Eastern Washington wins the faceoff, kicks it to the defense, who dumps it around behind the net. It's picked up by number 9, and he gets hung up, and it gets picked up by the UVU. 17 passes it up. 7, Ludlow going behind the net. Can't pick it up off of Eastern Washington. Eastern Washington gets hung up. It's picked up by 14. Passes across to 17. Can't quite get it there. 19 picks it up and making a run, and it's picked off by number 19. We have a shot, and it's deflected. It's picked up by Eastern Washington. They carry it out of the zone, looking like it might be a 2-on-1. Number 19, Logan Hill, catches up and flings it around behind the net. It goes a little bit farther than intended. Eastern Washington picks up behind their net. Pass up to the top of their zone. Pass across. Players go down. Eastern Washington's able to maintain control, but loses it going into Utah Valley zone. Wolverines trying to break it out. Eastern Washington kicks it back in. It's picked up by number 16, Osborne. Pass up to 21, Morrow. Back to Osborne. Osborne carries it in. He's looking for a pass. Sees Morrow. Doesn't quite make it. Eastern Washington now with the puck. Throws it into their own bench. We'll take this next face-off from inside the Eastern Washington zone. Eastern Washington takes possession, tries to break it out, but it's picked up by UVU. Puck's loose. Up against the boards, 23's fighting for it with number 17. Eastern Washington now with the puck, looking for a pass. Breaks it out against the boards. Number 16, Osborne has it. He's followed closely by 11. Passes it up, but he has no one to pick it up. Number 4 for Eastern Washington now with it. Loses it to 23, Bowen, who gives it to 91. We have some shots, a scramble in front of the net, it goes into the corner. Passed up and out by Eastern Washington. 14 chasing. Number 8, Frazier picks it up. Fetzer picks it up. Number 4 for Washington. Dumps it into the zone. Devin Bain stops it behind the net. It's picked up by Fetzer to Fosmo. Back to Fetzer. Eastern Washington now with the puck. Passes up to number 8. Number 8 carrying it through the middle of the ice. Loses it. Gives it over to 19. 19 with the puck. UVU tries to clear it, but gets kept in. 43, Abernathy. Hit hard into the boards by number 9. 23 dumps it wide into the zone, and that's going to be an icing call going back to Eastern Washington. Face-off won by UVU. Quick shot, goes to the defenseman. Defensemen keep it back in. Eastern Washington with it now. Long pass way up, stopped by Devin Bain. He flings it up the boards, getting it away from the Eastern Washington player in his slot. 17 has it. He takes it all the way up with a shot. Jack Wishar still fighting for it in the corner. 7, Ludlow, tries to get it back to Wishar. Wishar chasing, good stop behind the net. Both players go down. Wishar with it now, fighting to keep it. It's kicked out. Eastern Washington with it now. Passes up to number 7, and it's stopped by Ludlow. Or Osborne, sorry. Osborne to Nelson. Throws it into the Eastern Washington zone, and Morrow's there. Morrow and Hill fighting in the zone. It's picked up. Another shot, wrap around. Backhand. Scramble in front of the net. Puck is still loose. And the goalie covers it. Brash with a good save in that mad scramble in front of the net. The puck will actually go outside of the zone for the face-off. Face-off won by UVU. They kick it back a little bit too far into their own zone. It's picked up by Nelson. Nelson tosses it out of the zone to his captain, Logan Hill. Morrow. Ooh! Eastern Washington avoided a narrow hit. Carried by Morrow. Tries to get it to his man, number 19. Eastern Washington picks it up, carries it back into the Wolverine zone. Shot. Stopped by Devin Bain. It's kept in by Eastern Washington. Number 14 slips in there and knocks the puck loose. The batting throw on the boards, gets tossed up into the slot. Shot, he misses, goes just wide. Picked up by Nelson. He gets hung up a little bit, skates it up and into Eastern Washington territory. Loses the puck and goes down. Eastern Washington with it now. Throws it up to his guy. Might have a breakaway. Stopped by UVU. 91 flings into the zone. Easton Egley. It's picked up by 23. Fights for it against the boards. Pass Eastern Washington passes up to their guy, 18. Big hit from 9. Kept in by UVU. And here we go with the breakout. Eastern Washington coming up against the boards. Takes the shot. Had no one to pass to. Makes it outside of the zone. They take it back, trying to work it around again. Flings it in. That is going to be an icing call. We'll take this next face-off down in Eastern Washington's territory. Eastern Washington with it, behind their own net, tries to break it out. They'll carry it out of their zone. They dump it into the UVU zone. It's picked up by number 8, carries it out, gets it up to his man in the point, shot, stopped by Devin Bain. UVU trying to break it out now, sends it high over the glass. Eastern Washington with that face-off, but it's picked up quickly by UVU, carried out. Fosmo with it, loses it, picked it by Dudchess. He's got it in the corner, he seems to be hung up, gives it back to Fosmo, who's fighting for it behind the net. Picked up by Eastern Washington, they'll carry it out, long pass. Loses it on the pass, but it's picked up by number 88, Widener. And he gives it up to number 20. Back to Fosmo. Gets caught up by Eastern Washington trying to break it out of the zone. Eastern Washington with it now, trying to recycle it back to their zone, get a better play moving. He passes it up the boards, but it's hung up. He dumps it into the UVU zone. Eastern Washington almost picking it up. Hit on number 88, Widener. Eastern Washington picks it up. Stopped because of the offsides. And there's Ludlow with a shot. Good save by Brash. East Washington with the win on that face-off. They give it to their man behind the net. Makes a long pass up, picked up by number 11, carries it into UVU's zone. Tries to drop it back, but it gets picked off. Eastern Washington recovers, picks it back up in the corner. Fetzer with it now, carries it out of UVU's zone, dumps it into Eastern Washington, and we'll get a line change for UVU. Hornberger chasing. Offers a little bit of pressure. Eastern Washington passes up, overshoots, and this is going to be an icing call. So far, a very evenly handed game thus far. Both teams have had good opportunities. Shot scoring is currently 6 shots for UVU, 5 shots for Eastern Washington. UVU wins that face-off, but the puck is lost due to Eastern Washington pressure. Passes it back to the defenseman. Flips it up. Picked up by Fetzer. Hands it back to number 11. Scraps for it against the boards. Fetzer with it. Morrow with it. Hill picking it up off the boards, looking for an opportunity. Pass across the net. Oh, it was a good opportunity by UVU. Puck is lost over the glass. Eastern Washington with the face-off. Frazier picks it up. Another shot. Picks up by 16. Another shot. Glances off of the shin pads of the defenseman. He knocks it out, and we've got a 2-on-1 for Eastern Washington. Shot goes high off the glass. Picked up by UVU. They get it out of the zone. Eastern Washington tries to send it back in. 14 Nelson with it now. He kicks it out to number 5, Scoville. Shot goes a little wide off the goalie's blocker. 14 Nelson now fighting for it in the corner. Picked up by 91. Shot. Glove save by Brash. UVU seems to be picking up the tempo now, taking a few more shots, getting a little bit more aggressive. We'll see if they can maintain this pace. Eastern Washington with the face-off. They get it back into the corner behind the net. Kick it up off the boards for the breakout. And they get it out of the zone. Number 7 chasing. Picked up by number 14 Nelson. He gets it out of UVU's zone. Battle up against the boards now. Just outside of UVU's zone. Picked up by number 5, Scoville. He kicks it wide to 20, Stager. Egley with it now. He gets it up to his man, Bowen. And we have an offsides call. High stick call. Looks like East Washington is going to come away with the face-off. They break it out off the side, and it gets out of the zone. Fosmo getting it back into the zone. It's picked up behind Eastern Washington's net. Check into the boards. Number 72, Fosmo kicks it up to his defense. Number 8, Fetzer with it now. Fosmo tries to pick it up. Fetzer with it. Abernathy with it. Fosmo. Shot. Just off the side of the net. Abernathy trying to scrap for it. Fetzer gets up. Eastern Washington carries it in. Tries to pass into the slot. Gets lost a little bit. Now it's behind UVU's net. Pass up front with a quick shot. 2 quick shots. Devin Bain is there. Great save by Bain. Face-off won by Washington. Shot gets deflected wide. Picked up now. Gets out of the zone. Dumped back in. Picked up by Bain. Now Nelson with it. Nope. Wishar gives it up to Osborne. Oh, quick shot. Oh, just high and wide by number 4, Hornberger. Number 7, Ludlow comes in to help his man out, try and knock the puck loose. Scrapping for it in the corner. It goes out. Eastern Washington has it. They give it up to their guy. He carries it out. Wide pass, gets picked up, and it's an offsides call. UVU wins, kicks back to the defenseman. Gives it up to Eastern Washington. They're looking for a pass out in front of the net. Takes it into the corner, kicks it high to the defenseman. He takes a shot, picked off by UVU. Number 16 Osborne with it, throws it high to Hill. Hill comes in with a breakaway. Oh, and he misses. Big save by Brash. Big play by UVU with the long pass to their captain, Logan Hill, for the breakaway shot. Brash with an excellent save, and now we go to the face-off. Eastern Washington comes away with the puck. They throw it around the corner, and you have Frazier with a big hit. Number 16 tries to keep it in, but it's an offsides delayed call. Logan Hill keeps the puck in, but it's broken out again by Eastern Washington. They carry it in across the line. Number 11 digging for it in the corner. Big hit by the net. Bain covers. UVU comes away with the puck. They throw it up the boards, trying to break it out. Digging for it in the corner. 91, Egley comes away with it. He carries it all the way up into the zone. Passes to his man. Shot just wide. That shot by number 5, Scoville. And UVU scores! 91, Egley with the goal to start this contest. UVU draws first blood with 3:37 left in the first period, putting them up 1-0 over Eastern Washington. Shots are currently 14-8. Eastern Washington wins that face-off. 20 passes to 5, Scoville. Scoville dumps it in, gets hung up on an Eastern Washington player. 23, Bowen chases. Number 14 with it, tosses it up. Abernathy chases, but it's going to be an icing call. Eastern Washington takes away from the face-off. They take a shot, it goes just wide, deflected off of number 73's skate. Good hit by Fosmo. Scrapping for it behind the net, number 14 Nelson. It's kicked up in front, Bain covers. Eastern Washington with it now. Shot, gets stopped. Hornberger passes it up. Can't quite get it to his guy. It ends up in Eastern Washington zone. Flung back in by Fetzer. With Shar and Ludlow chasing for it now. Ludlow knocks it in. With Shar chases. Hornberger chases, my bad. Fetzer over to Wishar. Wishar takes a shot. Glove save by Brash. Eastern Washington coming away with it. Battle to the feet. Ludlow tries to kick it up to his guy. Fetzer chasing for it. Fetzer keeps it in, but Eastern Washington's able to break it out again. Eastern Washington coming in with it. Fast through traffic. He gets hung up. Ludlow trying to get by for it. Eastern Washington keeps it away from him. Hornberger coming in against the boards. He's able to knock it loose, but can't maintain control. Hornberger and Widener battling for it. Ends up getting kicked back into UVU zone. Fetzer to Wishar. Wishar's pinned up against the boards. It's picked up by Eastern Washington. Eastern Washington has it behind the net. Try for the wraparound. Ludlow takes it away. Gets picked up again by Eastern Washington. Number 14 for Washington keeps it in. Widener is able to kick it back out. Wishar chases, picks it up deep in the Washington zone. He's pinned up against the boards. Washington kicks it out to number 19. 19's looking for the pass. He brings it back. Carries in through traffic, and is picked up by 16. Eastern Washington picks it up again, maintaining control in UVU zone. 23 to the 19 Hill with a breakaway. Washington catches up with him. 21 Morrow pinned up against the boards by Washington. Scrapping for it. Eastern Washington walks away with it. But Morrow picks it up again. Washington with it now. Passed up to 19. Shot. Bain. Shot. Just wide. Eastern Washington trying to keep it out of their zone. 16 now. Osborne with it. Passes to 20. Gets deflected off of Washington's player. It's not going to be icing. Morrow chasing in. Another shot. UVU scraps out in front. Puck still loose. Eastern Washington tries to clear it. Stopped by 14 Nelson. Another shot. And that'll be the end of our period. At the end of 20 minutes of play, UVU has the lead, 1-0, with 17 shots against 10 shots. We'll see you guys at the second period. And welcome back for the second period. If you were unable to catch the first period, a quick summary. The score is 1-0 UVU over Eastern Washington. The shots have been fairly consistent on both sides, UVU taking a slight advantage towards the end of the first period. The shot counter is 17 UVU, 10 for Eastern Washington. I would like to just mention that I'm particularly impressed by how clean this game has been thus far. There have been no penalties on either side. There have been a number of hits, good clean hits, but for the most part it's been fairly even-handed and a very respectable game. UVU comes away at first with that face-off, but Eastern Washington recovers, takes it into UVU's zone. 14 picking it up. Quick shot, just goes wide. Picked up by number 23. He fans on the shot, picked up by number 17, Wishar. Wishar carries it into Eastern Washington territory, and he goes down up against the boards, and it looks like we do have our first penalty coming up against Eastern Washington. Hooking. Looks like number 23 will be taking the penalty. Again, that is a hooking call, and we'll be taking this face-off in Eastern Washington's corner. Face-off won by Frazier. It's kicked back to 14 Nelson. Passed over and back to 14. Quick shot and good save by Burchard. Hit from behind by number 4. And we'll take another face-off in the corner. Face-off won this time by Washington. UVU picks it up though. Bouchard takes it around behind the net, stops, looking for a pass, kicks it up front, picked up by Eastern Washington. They clear. Stopped behind the net by Bain. He hands it off to 14 Nelson. Nelson carries it out. Kicks it up to Ludlow. Ludlow carries it in. Brings it behind the net with a lot of speed. Quick shot. Big save by Brash. Eastern Washington kicks it back into their corner. They try to clear, but it's picked up by 16, Osborne. Osborne to Hill, back to Osborne. Osborne with Morrow with a shot, it goes just wide, picked up by Hill. Hill carries it into the corner, looking for a pass. Kicks it up to 14, Nelson. Nelson takes a quick shot, oh, and it goes just wide. Eastern Washington with it now. They break it out of their zone. We get a clear, but it gets caught up in number 8. Number 8 throws it back, stopped by Devin Bain. Bain gives it off. Morrow has it. Morrow to Hill. Hill to Osborne. Osborne gets hit hard. 22 clears for Eastern Washington. Osborne with it again. To Nelson. To Morrow. To Hill. Hill has it up against the boards. He's fighting for it with number 14. Gives it to 91. Steiger with it. Back to Steiger. Gives it over to Nelson off of the boards. Nelson passes it behind to the net. Wraparound shot. Number 14 comes in with the hit for Eastern Washington. Eastern Washington clears, and number 23 has a lot of open ice in front of him. Kicks it up to 11. 11 with the shot, it goes just wide. 23 for Eastern Washington with it. Tries to get into the middle, gets deflected by Morrow. Puck ends up in Eastern Washington zone. Horberger tries to keep it in. Nelson with it now, carries it in across the blue line. Quick shot, saved by Brash. Eastern Washington been winning a lot of the face-offs in this game thus far. Pretty impressive, actually. UVU tends to have a pretty good face-off offense, and it's not often that they get beaten this handily in the face-offs. Eastern Washington kicking it out of their zone. Number 12 with it now for Eastern Washington. 12 takes it off the glass to get it out. Number 3 gets it out. Number 4, Hornberger with it now. He's looking for some open ice. Carries it up past center ice. Carries it into Eastern Washington's zone. With a shot, it goes just wide. Picked up by number 20, Steger. He takes a shot, deflected off of the defenseman's skate. 88 with it now, picked up by 7, Ludlow. Ludlow keeps it in. Eastern Washington taking it behind their own net. Passes it up and out of the zone. UVU picks it up. Ludlow with it. And now Wishar. Wishar with a shot. Big save by Brash. 88 for UVU. Ludlow with it again, and he gets hit. Eastern Washington trying to clear it. Looks like there's something going on at center ice. Wishar chases it down. Get a line change for UVU. Wishar carries it. He's got it. Takes it into the boards. Passes it up top to the defenseman. Quick shot by Fetzer. Fetzer chases it down again. Another shot by Fetzer goes just wide. Fosmo with it. He gets pinned up against the boards. He gets back to it though. Chases it down. He's able to get it behind the net. Fetzer with it now. Back to Fosmo. Over again to Fetzer. He misses it. And Eastern Washington's able to pick it up. Pass across to the middle for the quick shot. Can't quite get a handle on it by Eastern Washington. Eastern Washington with it now, trying to find a good open shot. Carrying it around the zone. Quick shot, gets deflected into the corner. Picked up by Fetzer. Gives it to Fosmo. Carried out by number 13, Trost. No, sorry, not 13, 73. Nelson picking it up now after a deflection, which takes the puck back into UVU's territory. He's looking for a long pass. Finds one, but it just can't get picked up fast enough. Eastern Washington with it now. But a quick shot by 16. Brash with the save. Number 11 and then 16 for Eastern Washington. Shot gets blocked by the shin guard of number 14, Nelson. 91, Egley chasing it down. Ends up in the netting. Looks like this face-off will be taken outside of UVU's zone. Egley, number 91 for UVU, and number 11, Cole Best. Eastern Washington seems to have won it, kicked it way back into their zone. Eastern Washington with it now. Gets intercepted by UVU. Shot, and a goal by number 91, Easton Egley. His second goal of the night. Goes top left, right over the glove of Brash. UVU is now up 2-0 over Eastern Washington. Shots on the board are 26 to UVU, 10 to Eastern Washington. Eastern Washington comes away with the face-off. Passes it long, but just misses. Number 16, Osborne, vies for it in the corner. Gets kicked out. Number 91, Egley again, trying to make it his third goal of the evening. Takes a quick shot, goes high and wide. Picked up by number 14, kicks it back to 91, Egley. Puck is cleared off the stick of 14. Osborne with it now. Fighting for it in the corner with number 7 of Washington. Egley kicks it out far, picked up by Washington in their own zone. Long pass, kept out of the UVU zone by Egley. 19 for Washington. Long pass, breakaway shot, opportunity. Stopped by Bain. Gets taken out by Washington's player, and the net is off the moorings. We'll take this face-off in the corner. Face-off won by Washington. Shot on the net, gets deflected into the corner. 19 picks it up, sends it wide. Eastern Washington with it again, making another attack. Quick shot, right in the breadbasket of Bain. Devin Bain has been one of the pillars of this team for this entire season. This weekend alone, he's probably faced more than 150 shots in the combined games. He's probably grateful to be having a little bit of a break tonight with only 12 shots. 19 for Washington with it now, looking for a quick pass into the slot, gets intercepted by UVU. Number 11 sends it in, but can't quite get to it. Gets hit hard against the boards. Eastern Washington now making their way up the ice. It's intercepted and kicked out of the zone by 88 Widener. Eastern Washington now with it again in their own zone. Pressure from Morrow. Picked up by Hill. Morrow desperate to get out of the zone. He doesn't appear to have made it out. And another goal! Scored by 19, Logan Hill. His first of the night, Logan Hill, captain of the UVU team. Appears to have taken that goal unassisted by Nathan Morrow. Eastern Washington taking the face-off. Number 14 into the zone. Stopped behind the net by Bain. Kicks it into the corner. Shot on net by number 18. Ludlow with it, and he's hit. He takes a big hit against the boards. Big hit on 16 by number 11 from Washington. Washington with it now with a lot of speed. Washington trying to get on the board. Number 14 with it. He's moving fast. He's moving through traffic. Stopped by Fetzer. Shot on net. And Bain is there with the save. Eastern Washington with the face-off. Shot from up top. It's picked up by Osborne. Tried to kick back into the zone by number 7 for Washington. Number 73 with it now. Dutch. Eastern Washington tries to kick it out of the zone. It's picked up by Fosmo. By Fetzer. Fetzer kicks it back into the zone. 23 with Washington has it. He clears it. Sends it down the ice. Icing against Eastern Washington. UVU with the win on that face-off, but Eastern Washington will recover. They send it around the boards. 23 for UVU. Bowen is there to keep it in. Appears that Osborne got his stick caught up. Shot saved by Bain. Kicked off into the corner. Puck is kicked up high out of the zone. Back in. Scoville vying for it. He drops him hard. And there's going to be a penalty here against Scoville with the interference call. UVU now with their first penalty of the night. They will be on the penalty kill. Let's see how they survive it. Face-off won by Washington. He's carrying it around, kicks it back up to 14. 14 passes it to 19. 19 kicks it into the corner to 8. He's getting a little bit harassment from number 14. Kicks it back up to the defenseman. Back up to the middle, to the defenseman. Back to 14. He's looking for something to do with it, gives it to 23. Passes it across for the quick shot, just can't get it. With Char with it now. Picked up by 7, Ludlow. He can't quite maintain it. He's taken to the boards by 23. Bouchard trying to play catch up. He's getting into position. Pass, long pass. Number 8 with it now. 19. 19 comes for maybe the wraparound. He's skating around looking for a quick shot. Bain sends it into the corner. 20's taken into the boards. Eastern Washington still maintaining control of it. A little bit of jostling in front of the net between 20. Shot from the point. Picked up by 14. Another shot, backhanded. 20's able to clear it for UVU. Stager with the clear. Bouchard chasing number 4 into the Eastern Washington zone. He's able to separate from the men from the puck. He picks up the puck. Sends it across the ice. Hill with it now. He gets taken to the boards. Eastern Washington now with the puck. Logan Hill fighting for it. Logan Hill with the puck. He takes a shot. Stopped by Brash. Picked up by Eastern Washington. Number 14, Nelson picking it up, and the penalty has expired. Hill with it now, looking for a pass. Long pass over to 11. He picks it up into the boards, and he goes down. Eastern Washington with it now. Wraps around the boards. It's stopped by Osborne. Osborne makes a pass, gets lost in the traffic. Eastern Washington clears it out of the zone. Fetzer sends it back in. Picked up by number 23 of Washington. Washington clears. Picked up by 18. Fetzer again tries to clear. Picked up by Morrow. Morrow carries it in. Shot by Morrow. Brashar with the save. Or Brash with the save. We're back into it now. Eastern Washington with the puck. Carries it into UVU zone. Long pass across with the shot. Bain is there to make the save. Big save by Devin Bain coming all the way across the crease. He appears to be having some words with the referee. Not sure what that's in reference to. But here we go with the face-off. Eastern Washington taking it. Kicking it up to 12, sending it back into the corner behind the net. 8 picks it up. 8 in the corner with it. He comes around in the middle of the slot, backhand shot, and he scores on Devin Bain. Number 8, Frank Flood, with the first goal of the night for Eastern Washington. Eastern Washington winning the faceoff, denying Devin Bain of the shutout. Number 11 coming in now, gets hung up and put down by 20. Seems that we have a delayed penalty on UVU. Number 20 with the call. Number 20 for interference. That'll be a 2-minute penalty against UVU. UVU was able to pretty handedly handle their last penalty. Let's see if they're able to keep up that sort of momentum. Eastern Washington again with the win on the faceoff. They take it into the corner. Ooh. 14 is taken into the boards. Quick pass out front. Devin Bain makes the save. Another shot. Another shot. Bain makes another huge glove save. Kicks it out wide. 23 with it now. Gives it. Another shot. Number 9 seems to take it. And Devin Bain then with the save. Big play there for Devin Bain. 4 or 5 saves on that last 30 seconds of play. Eastern Washington with the faceoff. Logan Hill, little out of position, and he comes in with the hit. Puck gets cleared from the zone, due in part to the pressure of Logan Hill. Eastern Washington with it now, trying for another scoring opportunity on this power play. He comes around, he loses control of the puck. EWU is able to clear it. Osborne clears the puck down the ice. Hill will step off and we'll get a change for UVU. 19 for Eastern Washington, loses it behind the net. Hands it off to 14, off to 23. 14 again with it, carries it into UVU's zone, and he gets picked off by Ludlow. Ludlow sends it down the ice for the clear. Less than 40 seconds left in the power play for Eastern Washington. He's taking his time behind the net, passes it across. 14 picks it up. Pass across to 28, carries it into the zone. Quick shot, blocker save by Bain. 11 with it now for Eastern Washington. Comes in, shot, glove save Bain. Wishar and Hoffaker for the faceoff. Eastern Washington takes it, and Wishar has the puck. He's up against the boards looking for a pass. He comes around, makes a shot, saved by Brash. Eastern Washington comes away with the puck from the faceoff. Egley with the puck now, and the penalty has expired. Osborne with the puck, dumps it into Eastern Washington's zone. A little bit of fight in the corner. Egley with it behind the net. He gets taken into the boards. Another shot from UVU. Another shot. 3 shots, and they score! Number 5, Dawson Scoville with the rebound goal. Dawson Scoville buries the puck after the 4th shot attempt, putting Utah Valley 4-1, regaining their 3-goal lead. Face-off won by UVU, and they promptly dump it into the stands. Carter Bone and Easton Egley assisting that goal by Dawson Scoville. We'll take this face-off in UVU's territory. Eastern Washington with the win on that face-off. 2 shots. Devin Bain with the big save, a little bit out of position. Eastern Washington recovers the puck. Stopped behind the boards by number 11, Frazier. They're trying to get another shot attempt out front. Picked up by Scoville again. He's carrying it out. Dumps it into Eastern Washington's zone. Picked up by number 14, Nelson, up against the boards. He throws it in the middle of the ice. Picked up by Eastern Washington. They clear. Osborne chasing it down, followed closely by 2 Washington players. Sends it to Egley. Egley dumps it into their zone. Chased by Morrow. Washington clears. Nelson with it. Picked up in Washington's zone by Morrow. Quick pass out front, and it's cleared by Washington. Nelson keeps it from going out, but it seems a little lost as to where the puck went. Sorry, not Nelson, Frazier. Hill with it up against the boards. Frazier clears it. Picked up by 88 Widener. Shots deflected high. Washington recovers. 21 Morrow with it. Takes a shot, deflected into the boards by Brash. Another shot, goes high and wide, deflected off of a stick. We'll take this face-off in Washington's zone. Washington wins another face-off. Number 4 is taken into the boards hard by Logan Hill. 3 minutes to play left in the second period. Washington's able to clear. Shot counter has UVU with 33 shots on goal. Eastern Washington with 25. Number 20 tries to make a pass out. It's recovered and kept in by Washington. 18 takes a shot, blocked by Bain. Picked up by number 11, Frazier. Another shot by 18. Morrow picks it up and is taken into the boards hard. Number 28, Hoffaker, wins the faceoff for Eastern Washington. Fetzer with it now, trying to clear the puck. Kept in by number 12, Lane Eriks. Devin Bain with another save, puts it into the corner. Hornberger tries to clear. Hornberger still battling in the corner. Picked up by 16 to 7. Osborne battling it for in the corner with Hornberger and Ludlow. And Osborne's able to get it out. He works it up the ice, and it's taken off of his stick by number 7, Stevenson, for Eastern Washington. Picked up behind the net by 23, Trenton Wells, and recovered by Fetzer. A little bit of a scrap at center ice. Picked up in UVU's end by Osborne. Osborne carries, looking for a pass. Sends it over to Wishar. Wishar loses it. Number 19 carrying it out for Eastern Washington. He takes it into the zone, and he's stripped of it by by Osborne. Abernathy with it, clears the zone. 19 for Washington. Takes it in. And with a shot, glove saved by Bain, knocks it out of the air. Abernathy with it again, he gets held up. Number 9 for Washington picks it up. He's looking for a pass. Passes it across. Lost off the stick by number 4. He gets taken into the boards by Fosmo. Abernathy with it now, clears the puck. Fosmo racing after it. He seems to have a lead on it, but it goes into the corner behind the net. Here's a shot. Goes just wide of the net. Big save by Brash. Fosmo coming into hell end to hand. And the whistle. We have a high stick call. And we'll be taking this face-off outside of Eastern Washington zone. No, we have a penalty against Eastern Washington on number 9, Sean Smittig, for high sticking. We will be taking this face-off in the Eastern Washington zone. Washington with their second penalty. This will carry over to the third period with there being 7 seconds left on the clock. UVU trying to maybe bury it before the end of the second. They lose control of it, and that's the end of the second period of play. Eastern Washington will be going into the third period with 1 minute and 50 seconds left on their penalty. The score is 4-1, UVU over Eastern Washington. Hello and welcome back to the final period of regulation play between the Utah Valley Wolverines and the Eastern Washington Eagles. It's been a good contest thus far. UVU has a 3-goal lead over the Eagles, 4-1 going into this third period. UVU looking to maintain and maybe even extend their lead over the Eagles in this period to close out this game. Eagles looking to put a little bit more pressure on the Wolverines, I'm thinking, going into this last period. They're down by about 6 shots on the shot clock, and they'll need to pick up the pace on those shots in order, I think, to have a good opportunity of overtaking the Wolverines going into this period. .28 Hoffaker winning that for the Eagles. Puck gets picked up by Utah Valley. Eagles going into this period with a penalty on the clock. They still have about 1.5 minutes left to go on that penalty. UVU trying to extend their lead before the penalty can expire. Good shot by Logan Hill, goes just wide of the net over the glove of Brash. Egley gives it to Morrow. Morrow takes a shot, goes wide. Picked up again against the boards by Egley. He's bumped a bit by 28. Ludlow with it. Scrap in front of the net. Looks like Brash covers. Little scrap in the net. Defenseman for the Eagles trying to protect their goaltender, but Brash covers and will take that face-off in the corner. Wishar and Hood taking the face-off. Wishar will win that for the UVU Wolverines. Little pass back and forth between the defensemen. Stager with it now. Loops around. Oh, he gets taken into the boards hard. Ludlow with it. Takes it up. Gets a little bit of harassment by number 14, Isaac Hood. Stager again with it. To Wishar. To Stager. To Ludlow. Ludlow loses it going into Eastern Washington zone. A little bit of battle for it. And it looks like Frazier is going to take the puck. Oh, big breakaway for Eastern Washington, looking to make it 2-4. Big save by Devin Bain. Kicked out in front, and it's picked up by UVU, and we have a whistle on the play. Here's the net was off the moorings, and so we'll take this face-off in the UVU zone. Frazier and Flood taking this face-off. Flood will win it for Eastern Washington. Pass across the net. Bain makes the move across. Back it out in front. Another shot. Devin Bain there with the save. Bain covers and freezes the play. Bain looking a little tired. 30 shots will do that to a goaltender. And a good rapid succession of shots like that especially. Eastern Washington with the puck. Dumps it in behind the net. Eastern Washington's penalties expired. Very aggressive on that penalty kill, might I add, by Eastern Washington. Shot. Devin Bain with the save. Covers. Again, we'll be going into the corner for the face-off. Again, as I was saying, Eastern Washington, very aggressive on that penalty kill. Not very typical. It looks like Devin Bain is having a little bit of trouble with his helmet. Maybe potentially UVU letting up the pressure just slightly. They'll have to maintain this momentum in order to maintain this lead that they have. UVU with the face-off. Wraps it around the boards to number 23, Bowen. He gets hung up by Eastern Washington. And there's Bowen making a good move. Loses the puck going into the boards. Picked up by number 9 and lost again. Bowen with it. Kicks it up top, but it's intercepted. High toss. Get it out to center ice. It's picked up by Nathan Fetzer, but handed over again to Eastern Washington. Number 8, Flood with it now. Taking it in, streaking. Ooh, and Fetzer goes in for the hit. Scoville with the hit. Fetzer pins him up against the boards. Passes out to number 9. Dumps it into the corner and then goes in for the line change. Good save by Brash. Fosmo comes in, causing some pressure. Chasing down the puck. Eastern Washington kicks it up to their man. Dumps it back. Picked up again by Fosmo. Fosmo takes it into the boards. Deep into UVU territory. He's carrying it out. Gets bumped, but maintains. Dunch with it. Behind the net. Trying to find somewhere to throw the puck, and it gets knocked off by Eastern Washington. Dunch is there. Widener tossing it up, gives it back to Eastern Washington. Washington sends it deep into UVU's territory, and this will be an icing call. .28 Hoffaker and number 4 Hornberger taking these face-offs. And it looks like Eastern Washington is going to come away with it. 17, Wishar with it, carries it into the zone. Gets hung up in traffic. Picks it up against the boards, knocks it over to Hornberger. Loses it. Good pressure by Ludlow. Hornberger there to help out. Number 14, Nelson with it now. Comes streaking in across the left side. Tries to kick it up to the top, but it gets knocked away by 23. 23 makes a long pass, and 14 comes in, and we're going to have an icing call. Good speed and hustle there by Isaac Hood for the Eagles, trying to get in there and intercept the puck before it was the icing call. Number 4, Hornberger, will win that face-off for the UVU Wolverines, but the puck will be lost out of the zone. It's taken back into the zone by Wishar. Backhand shot from far away, gets deflected by Brash. Number 16 with it, drops it back into the zone, stop behind the net. 23 Wells picks it up, dumps it off to 18. Picked up in the middle by Ludlow. Shot, gets knocked aside. Hornberger with it. Fetzer with the shot, deflected by Wishar. Brash easily covers. Good goaltending tonight on both sides. Brash has faced over 40 shots at this point and is holding up particularly well. Logan Hill with it, takes a shot, goes wide, deflects out of the zone, being chased down by number 8, Fetzer. Fetzer picks it up, takes it behind the net. Passes up to Frazier. Hill deflects it going into the zone. Hill and Morrow vying for it with number 17, Tierney. Hill with a shot. Good save. Great saves by Brash. Number 88 with another shot, Widener. Brash another save. Hill chasing it down. Widener gets to it first, takes a shot, goes wide. 16, Olsen with it. 21, Morrow with it. Passes up front, Widener with the shot, but he just misses. Cleared out of the zone by number 17, Tierney. Osborne with it now. Takes it behind the net, turns around, gives off to 21, Morrow. Morrow passes it up to Hill, who knocks it into the zone. Chased down by number 4, Roche. Roche with it. Passes it up to 19, Lusk. Roach with it. Bain stops it behind the net. Gives it to Hornberger. Hornberger to Scoville. Scoville tosses up the ice, gets intercepted by Roach, but Scoville with it again. Scoville comes in across the line, takes a shot, gets taken down in the process. He's bailing off the ice, must have a broken stick. Number 7 avoids a narrow hit by Abernathy. Utah Valley will dump. Shot. Goal! No goal. Net was off the moorings. Great speed and good shot by Fosmo, but the net being off the moorings will not allow this goal. Dunch taking this face-off for UVU. Number 11, Best. East Washington will take it, moving fast into UV zone, intercepted, goes into the boards. Number 14 with it, gives it to 11. Pass across into the middle, picked up by 14 again with a shot, but it's deflected. Abernathy with it, tries to clear, stopped by 17, Tierney. Abernathy with it again. Tierney stops him yet again. Dunch in the corner. Fetzer gives it up to 14. Shot deflected into the side. Abernathy with it. He takes Tierney into the boards. Fosmo with it. Shot. Easy save by Brash. Hornberger and Smittig in the face-off. Eastern Washington will win. Hornberger picks it up behind the net, but he gets cut off. Washington clears, but dumped right back in by number 20. Ludlow with it. Wishar tries to pick it up. Washington clears. And it'll be an icing call. UVU with the face-off. Kicks it out front, but no one there to take the shot. Ludlow with it, Wishar with it. Goes into the middle, looking into the slot. Moves across, number 20 with it. Eastern Washington pressures. Almost get it out of the zone, but Wishar keeps it in. Hornberger, Ludlow with it. And that's... should have been an offsides call, but the refs seem to have missed that. Eastern Washington with it now. Good save by Bain. Hoffaker with the face-off. UVU wins it. Number 11, Frazier. Morrow passes it way up the ice. Frazier with a hit. Picked up by number 7 for Eastern Washington. Number 7 carries it, gives it off to number 23. Shot gets stopped by the blade of number 14. Morrow with it, streaking up the ice. Board pass. Dumps it into the zone. Picked up by Logan Hill. Tries to get it in the front. He's pinned up against the boards. Picked up by number 22, Caro. Kept in by 16. Good shot, almost gets deflected in. 20 Frazier, or Stager going after it. Stager coming in, long pass to Morrow. Morrow can't control it, gets taken into the corner, fights for it. Hill's there as well. Morrow comes away with it, shot, deflection, and then another shot by Frazier. Frazier, number 11, on the open net. Great initial save by Brash, but the rebound goes right to number 11, Frazier, who puts it in the net, giving UVU a 5-1 lead over Eastern Washington. Eastern Washington ices. We'll take this next face-off down in Eastern Washington zone. This game is really a testament to how far UVU team has come in the last couple months. When they last met this team in early November, they were soundly defeated 8-3 in Washington. Puck ends up behind the Washington zones, picked up by number 18. Passes up to number 14, who's got a great breakaway opportunity, but it gets sent into the corner. Takes a shot from behind the goal line, ends up to number 17, and Bain catches it. We'll take this next face-off in UVU territory. Egley taking this face-off for UVU. He will win. It'll go back to Osborne. Gets hung up behind the net by Widener. Egley with it now. Up to Bowen. Bowen takes it across, dumps it into the zone. A little bit of frustration there, it seems. Bowen with it again. Loses it to number 9. Number 9 kicks it up. Intercepted by Widener, who tosses it back in. 9-22. They dump it into UVU's zone. And a big hit. East Washington keeping it in, trying to put another point on the board. Number 18 carrying it. He goes in behind the net. Passes it across. Bain with the save. Fosmo. Kept in by Eastern Washington. Bain blockers it into the corner. Again, Fosmo's there to pick it up. Kicks it up to 73. Dunch, he gets taken into the boards hard. Fosmo also dropped hard. Number 16, Osborne with it now, looking for a pass. Takes it up, and he gets taken to the boards, but he returns it. Bain covers, trying to get a stoppage in play. Great pressure on that play from Eastern Washington. Really great job keeping it in the Wolverines zone and tiring them out. A lot of good shots, a lot of good passes, really keeping the Wolverines on their toes here going into the last 8 minutes of the game. Face-off won by Eastern Washington. They take a shot, it gets deflected just wide. Wishar with it, gets it out. Battle for it to see Eastern Washington comes away with it. Hornberger hot on his tail. Eastern Washington with the pass out front. No one's there to intercept it. Wishar picks it up for the Wolverines. Wishar takes it into the zone. He's pinned up and loses the puck. Eastern Washington with it now, trying to retaliate. He takes a shot, goes just wide. Number 3 picks it up. 3 to 11. 11 with it now. Shot, deflected. Number 3 with it again. 11 chasing into the boards. Hornberger's there. Number 4 signaling for it, looking for the pass. Pass comes, but couldn't pick it up. It's now being taken out of the zone by Ludlow. 14 on his tail. 14 carries it into the zone. He hits the other guy hard. Bouchard's there, and we have a penalty coming up against Eastern Washington. This player is actually going to be ejected. Number 4, Brody Roche, ejection. Number 4 with the unsportsmanlike conduct will not be able to play the rest of this game. Refs are now deliberating with Eastern Washington as to the call, and believe they will have a player in the box for the penalty. Never mind, Eastern Washington will maintain 5 players going into 5-on-5 with 7 minutes to go in the period. Mad scramble at the face-off dot. Eastern Washington seems to be in control of the puck. They kick it out to 14. 14 gives it up to number 21, Morrow. Morrow gets hit. 2 UVU players collide on the blue line. Shot coming in, and Devin Bain's going to hold on to it. Looks like Eastern Washington's going to take control, but UVU's going to pick it up again. Morrow with it. 23 keeps it in for Eastern Washington. Tries to get it out front, but just misses. Hill now with the puck. He's going to loop it back in and around. Passes it up and empties it into the zone. It's going to be an icing call. We'll take this again in the Wolverine zone. Despite what the scoreboard might indicate, this has actually been a very close game, both teams playing exceptionally well. Shot counter has UVU up at 52 shots and Eastern Washington at 38 shots. Both of these goaltenders have been playing really, really well and facing a lot of difficult shots. Just great goaltending, great sportsmanship all the way around. Eastern Washington with it now on their zone, looking for the pass up. 19 has it. He'll carry it into the zone, give it up to 8, knocked back to 9. 9 takes a shot, and they score. Great passing play between 19, 8, and 9 for the shot, which will give Eastern Washington their second goal of the night. #91 Egley and number 9 Smittig taking the face-off. Looks like Wolverines will come away with it. Dawson Scoville with it now, taking it into the corner, but loses it. Lays a decent hit. Eastern Washington with it now. Number 16 with it. Osborne takes a shot, blocked into the corner. Eastern Washington will get there first and block. Scoville with it now. Osborne keeping it in. Egley with it. He's pinned up against the board. Dawson Scoville coming in. He's fighting for it. Egley with it. Gives it to Scoville. Scoville comes in. Takes a shot. Blocked. Net seems to be off the moorings again. That net on the Eagles' side seems to be coming off a lot frequently this game. Washington wins the face-off, gets it cleared out of the zone and up into the bench. Five minutes left to play. Washington only down by 3. It's still a very winnable game on their part. UVU seems to be falling just a little bit behind, but they have a lot of energy left in them. See how the rest of this game progresses. UVU winning the face-off, taking it into the corner. It's picked up by 17, Jack Wishar. Wishar battling for it, sends it over. It's picked up by number 4, Hornberger. Hornberger with it, and Ludlow in the corner. And it looks like we'll have a whistle on the... Looks like there will be a penalty on number 7, Preston Ludlow. He'll receive 2 minutes for a high stick. And we'll take this face-off in the Utah Valley territory. This is a critical point for UVU. If they allow themselves to get scored on in this penalty kill, could open up the door for Washington to come in and snag the win away from them. Good passing by Washington. Number 19 with it now. He's about to take the shot. Takes the shot, gets it off. Bain deflects it into the corner. Hill battling for it along with Osborne. He tries to get it clear, and it'll just barely miss going out of the zone. Eastern Washington able to keep it in. Battling for it up against the boards. Number 8 for Washington picks it up. Carries it behind the boards, hands it off to number 14. 14 looking for something to do with it. Gets it around into the middle. A lot of speed, a lot of good speed on that. Number 18 with it now. Takes it up to the top, 23. He's going to hand it off. 14 has it. He's going to cut back. Sends it over to 18. Who's going to take the shot, but it's going to get caught in the skate of Osborne, who's going to send it down the ice for a clear. Just less than a minute left to go on this penalty kill for the Wolverines. Washington rallies. Looking for a pass. Pressure from number 17 with Shar. Egley coming in on Washington player. And it gets swept out by Osborne. Keeps it out of the middle of the ice. Washington still in control, and it's picked off by Egley, who takes it up and gets it clear of the zone. Wishar comes in with a breakaway. He's got a good shot, and he scores! The shorthanded goal for Jack Wishar. Beautiful goal. Number 91, Easton Egley, cutting the puck away from the Washington player. Sends it up on a long pass to 17, Jack Wishar, who comes in with the breakaway for a beautiful crossbar down shot. Washington will win this faceoff. Number 11, he'll dump it into the zone. UVU going after it. 20 tries to clear, but Washington will be there. Shot goes just wide. Number 11, Best with it again. Penalty just coming up. And 7, Ludlow is out. Penalty is expired. Number 8, Fetzer dumps it deep into the zone, and East Washington picks it up. They dump it into the UVU zone. Stager picking it up, sending it out, but it's picked up by Washington. They're going to cycle it back and try and get a good play going. Long pass deep into UVU territory. Battle for it out in front. It's picked up by number 7, Ludlow. Tries to get it out. East Washington will keep it in. Number 8, Fetzer in the corner. Tries to backhand it out, but again, kept in by Washington. Number 23, Trenton Wells. Wishar with it. He's moving up fast. He takes a shot, deflected into the corner easily. Wishar with it again, and Washington will recover it. Long pass up the ice, and I believe that will be an icing call, taking the face-off into Washington territory. Just less than 2 minutes to go in the game. Looks like UVU will most likely take this game with a 4-goal lead. Face-off won by East Washington, but UVU will recover the puck. Abernathy going into the corner with it against 18. He takes 18 into the boards. 73, Dunch with it. He's looking for a shot, trying to make this a 7-goal game. And it looks like we might have a whistle call on the play. little bit of a scrap in front of the Washington net. Looks like there will be no call either way on that. Dunce taking the face-off for Utah Valley. Number 9, Smittig taking the face-off for Washington. Shot gets taken, puck ends up, it's loose in front of the Washington net. There's a dog pile, but it looks like they made the save. A little bit of a scrap. Seems that the tensions of the game are finally getting brought out. Washington trying to drag their player off. Just kind of an inevitability in games like this. You get to the last few minutes of the game and the tensions really start to flare. Hopefully both teams will be able to keep their heads at least for the last 2 minutes with no ejections or scrappings. Here comes the face-off. Looks like UVU will take the face-off in this case, but Eastern Washington will take the puck not soon after. Morrow separating Eastern Washington from the puck. Frazier with it behind the UVU net. UVU really just trying to kill the last minute of game. Washington trying to put at least another point on the board before time expires. Morrow with it, up against the boards. UVU looking to clear, he's taken into the boards by Washington. Frazier with it, dumps it in. 25 for Washington with it. Oh, and a big hit by Frazier. Takes a shot. Brash with the save. We are down to our last 40 seconds of play. Hoffaker and Egley taking the face-off. UVU will walk away with the puck. They're in the corner. A little bit of scrappage in front of the net. East Washington trying to clear the puck, maybe get one more good run on the UVU net. Good move out in front of the net. Scova with a shot, just misses, goes underneath the goaltender's pads, but goes wide of the net. Fetzer with the puck now, 10 seconds left in play, and it looks like Utah Valley will be walking away with the win tonight. Great game played by both sides. Shot total, and there's our timer. UVU will take the win tonight, 6-2. Shots being 58 for UVU, 40 for Eastern Washington. Thank you for joining us tonight.